Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There are quite a few people on today's calendar, so it would be very, very helpful if your name, your first and last name are not on the screen. Please change that. You're going to go to the rename function. So first and last name need to be on the screen. I see two iPhones. If I call your name and you're not able to unmute, then both of you will get a bench warrant because you're not effectively in court. So please put your first and last name on the screen. If you can't figure it out, go to YouTube and watch a YouTube video real quick about how to rename yourself on Zoom. All right, we're going to get started. This is the calendar call for July 14th, 2025. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward, and we're going to call the calendar. But once again, I say to those people who have only a first name or a nickname or iPhone or other phone designation, please put your first and last name on the screen. All right. First person on the calendar.
I'm working on putting my first and last name. Just give me a little minute, please. Sorry.
No problem. First case on the calendar is Javon Eric Barnett, and this is Zakia Watson Cafe.
Your Honor, we received looks like it was a notice of withdrawal this morning and a reply to defense opposed to the counsel objecting to the withdrawal.
I'm sorry, a notice of withdrawal. Nobody can withdraw unless I allow it. So how can somebody notice a withdrawal? I'm unclear.
Forgive me, Your Honor. I think that was the caption, but let me double check the caption of it.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I haven't signed a withdrawal that I'm aware of.
In the email, she did say that she was contemplated to be online this morning. It says I will be present for tomorrow's hearing. So yesterday she sent a motion to withdraw as counsel and a reply to Ross' objection to withdrawal with exhibits.
Your Honor.
Yes. Yes.
I'm in the courtroom, Your Honor, and I can just give some clarification. As we talked about last time, I'm of counsel to that law firm, to Shaquille Ross's law firm. I'm just the of counsel related to the agreement terminated. I filed I thought she was going to file substitution of counsel. She didn't. She filed some type of objection. I filed my reply to that, and that's where we are, Your Honor.
Let me tell you where I am.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't care about y'all's contract or what y'all had going on, because when you contemplated the relationship, you knew that meant you would represent people and she and you would share the money. So with that being said, I don't care what's going on with y'all behind the scenes. What I care about is I'm not allowing you off this case. You took the case knowing you were going to represent somebody. You can withdraw from any other case that any other judge allows you to, but I'm not signing a withdrawal in this case. Mr. Barnett is on a jury calendar call. You entered an appearance. You're the attorney of record. Please don't make me go to the bar on you and Ms. Ross.
I understand that, but respectfully, Your Honor, I was
no, not respectfully. You're representing him.
I'm not disagreeing with your ruling. I don't have an issue with the ruling, but I was required, my understanding of reading the law, I was required to file the motion to withdraw. That's why I filed it. That's my understanding once the agreement was terminated. Okay, I understand, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. So what's your announcement on Mr. Barnett's case?
We're going to announce ready, Your Honor.
Okay, sounds good.
The state is ready, Your Honor. Let me request, or it's my understanding that Mr. Barnett attempted to enter a plea at the previous calendar, but was unable to make it through.
He did not.
He did not. Okay.
They talked to him at the previous calendar, but it seemed like he wasn't ready to accept, I guess, what would have been a global resolution. Mr. Barnett has 5 cases. Ms. Zakia Watson Cafe only has 1 of the cases. Mr. Holton Dennis has the other 4. And when they tried to speak with him about a global resolution, I'm not sure if there's an issue, but he seemed to not want to engage in the global resolution that was offered. So, yes,
of his health challenges. I I was trying to get clarity on, is it contemplated that he needs an evaluation perhaps, or is this something that actually will be tried? We are ready. I just want to know so I can have
I got you. Miss Watson Cafe.
I have not filed for that. I mean, he appeared competent when I spoke to him. I don't file those motions often unless unless I truly believe that the client may be deemed incompetent. When I spoke to him, he had indicated that he was not interested in the plea. And so that's where we are.
That was my understanding. I didn't, while when you got 5 cases and 2 sets of attorneys, it's a lot to comprehend. And so I took it as he probably was overwhelmed with the amount of information that he had to take in to make a decision. But I didn't get the impression that he could not make a decision or was incapable of doing so. I just got that it was a lot. And so if Ms. Watson Cafe is announcing ready, then we can try this case separate, and then maybe Lister and Holt can continue to speak with him about the other 4 cases. But I'm fine with that. And he is still an active inmate. So he'll go to the top of the list, Ms. Watson Cafe.
Yeah, and do I report next week, Monday, or?
Ms. Val?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, Monday, 9 a.m. in court. And Miss Watson Cafe, I'm not sure of any connection that you have with his family, but like if you want to bring clothes for him to dress out, then you can bring them and just deliver them at the jail, and they should be able to get him ready for court.
At the jail, so not here, Your Honor? I'd take him to the jail. Sometimes.
Yeah, if you could take him to the jail beforehand, that makes it easier, because my deputy, I'm not sure how much support she has in the back.
I understand, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, thank you.
Very much, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. All right, next is Christopher Campbell, Gabriel Winters.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am present in the court. I didn't know virtual was an option. I apologize.
That's fine. Yes, Mr. Campbell, you have an announcement on Christopher. Mr. Winters, you have an announcement on Christopher Campbell.
Judge, I was served discovery about 10 days ago. I have the paper. I do need to check to see if there's any video evidence in the case. I think discovery packet was marked as there may be video evidence. I'm still waiting on that. I was hoping I would be able to have a pre-trial this morning. Is it Mr. Tipton assigned to the case, or Mr. Brooks?
So after arraignment, we generally provide notice of digital evidence, and so 10 days after arraignment, you could have made an appointment to review video, but I believe at this point you do have discovery. Is that right?
I have the paper discovery.
Yeah. Yes. If you would like to review the video, just make an appointment between now and trial. If there's video. State's announcement is ready.
Okay, so Mr. Winters wishes to pre-try. Is this Mr. Tipton or Mr. Brooks?
I believe it's Tipton.
All right, so Mr. Winters, just hold on for a second and I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. Tipton at the appropriate time. Or Mr. Tipton, if you wish to send the phone number or email that Mr. Winters can contact you at to the chat room in courtroom 304, then he can step outside the hallway and chat.
Your Honor, I'll step down there as soon as we wrap up with the calendar this morning.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Tipton will be down in a minute, Mr. Winters.
Judge, since he's coming down, should I just announce ready?
No, just wait till he comes, and then you can make an announcement once y'all speak.
Okay, thank you.
Alexis Jasmine Chalman.
They moved no across that case, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. She's present, but I've let her know. I'll give her the
All
document.
right. Yeah, anyone here on Alexis Chalman, you're free to go at this time. Ms. Chalman, just remember what got you here and please avoid those types of interactions and avoid that person if you have to. All right. Jermaine Bernard Foster, Lister Holton Dennis.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Foster, thank you.
We're gonna now,
I'm sorry, what's the Lister Holton Dennis is present. What's the state saying on this?
State's radio.
Okay, Lister Holton Dennis is ready.
ready.
All right, so this it's just a one count DUI. All right. All right, Douglas Cornelius Full.
Your Honor, that's Lister Holton Dennis. I'm handling that matter. What say the state?
Your Honor, this may be a transfer. It's our understanding that this is a case where there was a theft of cargo. The co-defendants are unindicted, but they're bound over to Superior Court. So we're trying to find out if the Superior Court intends on taking this case as well.
And Your Honor,
Aside from,
I didn't even know we had cargo in Clayton County. Go ahead, Ms. Tortorella.
yes, Your Honor, we would object to that, and we would like to have an opportunity to file a motion to be heard on that matter. My client has been incarcerated for 131 days, Your Honor. This is also a matter of an issue of due process. My feeling is that this should have been done at the time of arraignment, the transfer. We're so close to trial. He served 131 days already for this, Your Honor. So we would ask that we would have an opportunity to file a motion as well as a motion for bond.
All right, file the motion.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, John Robert Louis Jr., that case is closed.
I need to stay online, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Full?
Mr. Foster.
Oh, Mr. Foster. Mr. Foster, no, you will continue to speak with your attorney. I remind everyone that if you are on the trial calendar, and Mr. Foster, you should be in court at 9 a.m. next week on Monday, in court at 9 a.m. We do not have video trials. We do not have video jury trials. So anyone whose attorney has announced ready, or if you're announcing ready for trial, you will need to be sitting inside the Clayton County Courthouse in courtroom 304 at 9 a.m. on Monday, this coming Monday. Okay, so please do not think that it'll just video or that you're excused. If your attorney has announced ready, then you will be in court. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Foster, you're free to go today. Keep in touch with your attorneys, and we'll see you Monday.
All right,
Judge, the
thank you.
court, Judge,
Yes.
we're going to start trial.
I can't hear you, Ms. Val.
No, we're going to start court at 10 for jury because we have something already at 9:30.
I got
on
that,
Monday,
but
so-
they need to know because the line may be long, Ms. Val.
Okay, that makes
a
sense.
Monday.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And that will give them opportunity to pre-try. All right. So next is,
Your Honor,
yes,
before you go forward, just going back to the full case,
Yes.
that is an active inmate case, and I didn't know. I know the court advised counsel to file the motion.
Yes.
Our posture is that it's pending transfer.
But it's not because you haven't filed a motion to transfer. So it's not pending anything.
Yes, ma'am. We were waiting to hear back from the district attorney's office. However, I did want to get off of clarity to, I think it was referenced that he's been in custody for 100 and some odd days, but was arraigned until May, my understanding. And so that's, I think the time that he was in custody is not fully related to the process of the case. This case, I think it got arraigned late May and they made it on this trial calendar. And so it's not just been, I guess, continued from time to time or reset from calendar to calendar.
Well, what was he in jail for? Because if he wasn't in jail for us,
He was in case with this case, but it was not arraigned until late May, is my understanding. It got accused May 5th, and
Your Honor, this matter was originally a felony. 2 of his felony charges were dismissed at the preliminary hearing.
that's what I was waiting for, Ms. Tortorello.
Over to state court for that matter. And the fact that my client has been in jail for 131 days does matter. He is here because the state has decided to accuse a charge against him. So he is in jail with no bond, and he has the right to be heard on both matters.
No, but what my concern was is that he was here in our court before us because of this case and had not been arraigned. What I wanted to understand is if the DA's office had already had the opportunity to make a decision about his case and then they passed it down to us. That's what it seems like. So for them to say they now want it back when they had the opportunity to get it.
they didn't have, as I understand, it was in prelims, but there's 2 co-defendants related to the case, and so for the strength of their case, they may want to try all of them together, seeing that they have jurisdictional felony and misdemeanors.
And Your Honor,
Apparently the cargo is like, apparently some tires were taken off a truck, is my understanding.
But when are they gonna make this decision? Because this man's been in jail and we're at the point of a trial. If the DA wants to do it, then they need to have somebody down here today making a decision. If not, he's gonna go on Monday's trial calendar.
I mean,
Yeah, they need to make a good argument for it, and they need to come make it before me. I'm not doing this bouncing people back and forth when they've been in jail for forever. If they want to come take him, then they got to come before me and make an argument.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I would argue also, just to add, that the DA's office had notice about my client's matter because they have two of the co-defendants already in Superior Court. So I would argue they're already well aware of my client, Mr. Douglas Full, and his matter.
I'm clear, Ms. Tortorello. Yeah.
We are in receipt of additional discovery today. That'll be provided to counsel today. That's from the task force officer, Officer Robert Hastings. So that'll be provided to counsel today.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. And if
we have one Jean Robert Louis Jr. case that was closed, but we have another one for theft of services. Mr. Holton Dennis.
That's my client, Your Honor. What say the state?
Ready.
Your Honor, I would need to conference with my client and then I will have an announcement.
All right. All right, next is Denise Olson. Denise Olson.
Stays ready, Your Honor.
Judge,
Yes.
the defense is gonna announce ready.
And I'm present as well. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I believe it will be ready. Now, I want to have a brief conference with Ms. Olson before we dismiss.
All right, so ready announcement for Olson. Jalen LaRon Quarles. Jalen LaRon Quarles. Maxwell Sharp.
Your Honor, I've had contact with Attorney Sharp. He has a conflict today. We did make him an offer, but he has not responded to the offer. I expect this to be a PIA though, if he accepts the offer.
Did he file a conflict? Because this sounds like one of those people who announced, who took the case and sent a waiver of arraignment, and we haven't seen him since.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
He has leave of absence, Your Honor, for today through the 22nd.
Okay, all right,
Excuse me, Your Honor, leave of absence.
all right. All right, so y'all continue to speak with Mr. Quarles' attorney. Anybody here on Quarles, you're free to go at this time. Ulysses Ruiz Leiva. And I have a bunch of attorneys and then Mr. Holton Dennis.
That's our case, Your Honor, Mr. Holton Dennis. What say the state?
State is ready, Your Honor. It's my understanding that it was a possible plea. However, I also want to put the court on notice. There is a GBI witness who has 3 prior felonies on the calendar between Gilmer County and Fulton County. And so to the extent that we're ready, that particular witness is on call. He's the GBI toxicologist.
Okay, so let me understand that because I totally misunderstood what you said. I'm thinking the witness has felonies pending and they might get
No.
called to trial.
No.
No, it is a GBI officer who is a witness in 3 felony trials
Yes, ma'am.
and may be called to attend to the felony trials. Okay,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right. Just keep us posted about that. But yeah, that went with left. And Ms. Leba has 2 DUIs. Are we talking about trying them together or back to back? What are we doing?
I think we are in the middle of negotiating both of them globally, but I don't want to speak for counsel.
Is the defendant present?
Yes, she is. She's right here. Miss, she is going to decline the state's offer. And I understand that there was a motion filed on her behalf for the case ending in 00764. We're asking that the court move this to a motions calendar. It was filed on May 12th of 2025.
Nope, that'll be heard pretrial.
Okay. Another announcement is that we have requested video for this, and we're just waiting on an appointment time for video on this case. We got video for the subsequent case, but we're still not have a video for this 22-064.
All right, well, make your appointment. You got a week.
But it was made, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Jennifer Ann Russell.
Stays ready.
She's present on the Zoom.
Present.
Thank you, Ms. Russell.
I do want to have a brief conference with her today, but it's likely going to be a ready announcement.
Daphne Tiandra Scavella.
Your Honor, that's my case. What say the state?
Ready.
I'm here.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, this is a negotiated plea.
Today?
Yes, Your Honor, she's ready.
All right, I'm ready. Miss Scavella, where are you? Let me see.
I'm at home. I'm right
There
here.
you are. Okay. All right, no, I was just trying to find your video. There you go. Raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Ms. Scavella, you're before the court on case 2022 CR 00743, Daphne Tiandra Scavella. You're before the court for 2 counts. 1 count of criminal trespass. Count 2 is obstruction of an officer. You're represented by attorney MJ Tortorello, who's before you, who's here with you before the court. Ms. Tortorello, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Your Honor, for criminal trespass, she will be pleading nolo. And for count 2 obstruction, my understanding is that that will be no pros by the state.
All right. So by entering a plea of nolo for count 1, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On May 18th of 2020, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to 400 Lamont, that's Lamont Lane in Hampton, here in Clayton County. There they made contact with the defendant before you, as well as her Adrian, Adrian Scavella. it was determined that Miss Scavella did maliciously interfere with Mr. Adrian Scavella's cell phone by taking it away and refusing to give it back to her. Your Honor, the state's recommendation in this case is for count 1 to be 12 months, served 2 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anger management, and no contact with Mr. Adrian Scavella except a co-parent. Probation may suspend upon completion, which would allow the no contact provision to stay in place. Count 2 will be null pros per. Nothing further from the state.
All right, Ms. Tortorella.
Your Honor, I ask that you accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, is Adrian Scavella your husband, ma'am?
He's my ex-husband now.
Ex-husband now. Okay, do you all have a parenting plan through the court?
We do.
Okay.
Through Clayton County.
So, all right, good. So I'm gonna accept your plea. I'll sentence you to on count 1. I'll accept your NOLO plea, sentence you to 12 months to serve 2 days credit for time served. Balance will be probated for you to take an anger management class, and you're to have no contact with Adrian Scavella except what is provided for in the parenting plan by the Superior Court. All right. Upon completion of the anger management course, your probation can suspend. So the quicker you do the anger management, the quicker that you will be off probation, active probation. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is put you in a breakout room with our probation expert, Ms. James. Ms. James is going to explain anything that you need to know about probation, and you can ask her any questions that are specific to your situation.
Okay.
And the probation officers are here to make sure that you successfully complete, and they're going to help you with that. But what I got to emphasize is the quickest way to get rearrested and to mess up probation is to not report for probation. Make sure you report. Make sure you complete this one condition, and then you'll be back on your way, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to put you in breakout room number 6, and Ms. James in breakout room number 6.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, you should see the invitation pop up soon. All right. So next on the calendar is Carl Scott Jr., and I don't see an attorney for Mr. Scott.
Judge, Mr. Scott is present and Lister Holton Dennis is on the case. I believe that we were appointed in court, but
Okay.
through some error on our end, the appointment order was filed late. I believe that has been filed. Judge, I have been speaking with Mr. Scott, and he is considering resolving the case today. So I'll take a brief conference and I'll have a further announcement on that.
All right. John M. Simeon, that's Mr. Morgan's case. That case was closed on June 23rd. Next on the calendar is Marissa Jane Thomas. Marissa Jane Thomas. That's Lister Holton Dennis.
Yes, Your Honor, she's on the Zoom. We would like to hear from the state on their announcement beforehand.
State is ready.
Thank you. So we will be out conference with my client. It should be a resolution, Your Honor. It should be resolved today.
Okay. All right. Next is Genesis Roan Wilkins. Mr. Mbikwe.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
That case, Your Honor, we actually referred it to PTI last week.
That's
Okay.
correct, Judge.
All right. So we'll have Miss Val, if you could put her on the list of cases to be checked in around September or October. That way she will have plenty of time to get started, because I think I don't know if she's already started her class or she's waiting.
She's waiting, Your Honor. She'll go on to the August orientation calendar.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so yeah, we'll have a status check in October.
Yes, we'll put it on October, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Tevin Antoine Williams.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, Your Honor.
Hi, Mr. Williams. This is Lister Holton Dennis.
Judge. State.
State is actually requesting a reset. On this particular case, this also has that same GBI toxicologist with the 3 felonies in Gilmer and Fulton. But also the primary officer has been served, but is out for 6 weeks due to surgery.
And the state, when you said serve, so you're saying he's under subpoena?
He is. So I was, the state is asking if the court will consider resetting the matter to September 8th or September 2nd.
Mr. Lynch?
We're just gonna announce ready, Judge.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue that for the witness availability of the 2 witnesses. That's fine.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Williams, you're free to go at this time. Please keep in touch with your attorneys. We're going to move you to another calendar. You'll get notice, and your attorneys will also have the information, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
September 8th, Judge.
October 8th?
No, September 8th.
September
Our
8th.
calendar.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mhm.
All right.
So I'm good to go, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Just keep in touch with your attorneys. September 8th is going to be your calendar date.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Tracy Stewart Willis.
State's moving on across that matter, yeah.
All right. That case will be null pros. Next is Ricardo Cortez Woodford.
I'm present.
Thank you, Mr. Woodford.
Your Honor, I represent Mr. Woodford, Mr. Holton Dennis. We are announcing, we are ready. However, we did sign off on video on July 11th of 2025, so we're just waiting for that video, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Brooks or Mr. Tipton?
State is ready, yeah.
Okay, so Woodford is ready. If y'all could get that appointment set up, view all the videos you need, then that would be great. So I've gone through the calendar for the 10 a.m. calendar. We have several conferences that need to be held. We're talking Campbell, Lewis, the second case, Olson, Russell, Scott. So y'all start talking, also start setting up appointments to view the video, and I will be back in a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me, Judge? Oh, she already
I'm
left.
sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm here. What you need?
This is Attorney Ross for Mr. Barnett.
Okay, it's okay. Miss Watson Cafe is already announced, and she's here. And I told her she's going to be on the case until the case is concluded. So she's made an announcement for trial. She's good.
Okay, can you let me know when those next dates are? I just want to make sure we're informed, so that way we keep the client's best interests in mind.
The next date is next Monday at 9 a.m. She should be here.
Okay, is the calendar date for July 21st off, and the new date is this coming Monday? That's the trial date, because the date the clerk gave me was the 1st, the 14th, and the 21st.
Miss Val?
The
Next
21st
week
is
is the 21st.
Monday is the 21st?
Yeah, 7 days from today.
Yes.
Today's the 14th.
Yes,
Okay.
Monday to 21st.
Sorry, Judge. Busy life. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure. And then one other thing, if she is going to be required to stay on the case, is Your Honor going to sign an order? Because she filed a motion to withdraw. So is Your Honor?
Yeah,
going to sign an
I
order?
haven't signed the motion to withdraw, so until I sign said motion, she's on the case. I don't need to actively deny it, but I can if that is necessary for somebody.
Yes, I would like an order, Judge, just to protect the client.
Okay, let me ask you something, Ms. Ross.
Yes, Judge.
I am really thinking we're getting into the weeds here with respect to what I'm responsive, who I'm responsive to versus what's going on. I don't understand. So like if Miss Watson Cafe is the attorney of record, then my responsibility is to communicate with her anything from the court. I'm not sure how you play into this. And so it's starting to get a little bit much. I'm willing to speak with Miss Watson Cafe, but I'm not gonna take direction from you because I don't even know how you fit in this scenario. And if y'all are gonna do this client sharing agreement, then we need to figure it out. And I maybe need to listen in closer at the next judicial training. But I am not sure how you fit in if she's filed the entry of appearance. And that I made clear to her, I'm making it clear to you. I'm not gonna be bouncing back and forth where if I have to do something with her, I then have to double up and check it in with you. Not gonna do that.
No, I understand, Judge, and I apologize for, if you do feel that way. My whole thing, Attorney Watson is of counsel of our firm. So because she filed a motion to withdraw and I'm the owner of the firm, I'm here to make sure, like how I was last week, to make sure that the client's interests are 100%
Well, now
protected.
you know the motion has been withdrawn. She's not coming off this. I'm Judge Connie Russell in her. She's not coming off this case until the case is concluded. And that's all I need to say about that.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Is there anything more that you need from me? If not,
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Hi. I wanted to know was my name. I was in the process of trying to figure out how do I put my whole name on there and everything,
did.
and I finally.
You got it. We haven't called
Okay,
you.
okay.
So I'm
Okay,
not
I was
sure
just.
if you're a witness for one of the cases, Ms. Hardy. So if you are, Ms. Hemphill is going to speak to you about, because for the cases that have announced ready, then the next time I need to see everybody in court would be on next Monday, the 21st. I didn't call your name because I don't see you on the calendar, but if you're here for the next calendar at 11, then you could just mute and then we'll deal with it then, okay?
Okay, so
But I see your name. Thank you.
Okay, so do I? I'm all free to go, or?
Well, I don't know your status because like I said, if you're not on the calendar, that usually indicates to me that you're a witness. I usually don't like to let witnesses go because you're not my witness. The state, it is likely that you are here because of the state. And if so, Ms. Hemphill or one of the attorneys from the state can reach out to you and kind of give you instruction about the next thing. Because I stay neutral with witnesses. You're not the court's witness.
Oh, okay, so I have to just stay on.
Yeah, so just mute and they'll send you instructions either probably by the chat function or they'll call you and let you know what you need.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But thank you and thank you for changing your name.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Just as we was on this Zoom, Deputy Chief Jamal Williams advised that the DA is inclined to prosecute the matter in the district attorney's office.
He's what?
They're inclined to prosecute the matter in the district attorney's office. I don't know what posture that puts this.
Well, he need to come down here because y'all, if the case was up there or they knew about the case and they knew he was a co-defendant and they let him come down here and it got transferred down here, then now they are inclined to prosecute him again. I need to see.
It was never transferred down, Your Honor. It was always in magistrate court and they bound it over to state court. It never made it to the DA's office.
Because it just seems awfully unfair for him to be here to the point of getting on a trial calendar. And then the next thing you know, he's being told, well, right the week before trial, I'm now going to be tried as a felon. I just think that that's a bit much.
I understand it never made it to the.
And I'm not blaming you, Mr. Brooks, but if the DA wants it, they should have taken it from the magistrate court.
I don't know what happened in magistrate court that it got bound over to state court, but I will say, just on my experience with magistrate court, there are a number of felonies that they bind over to state court that are properly intended for the DA's office. A lot of times we're able to catch them prior to accusing them and we transfer them on the SG. But in this particular matter, because it was a jail case, I think it's why it got accused so fast as opposed to transferred immediately. But I can request of Deputy Chief Williams if he would log in. I don't know if he's in court, but I will find out here.
Him or somebody else.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please be patient, keep your devices muted. The attorneys are speaking with individuals on the calendar. Some of these announcements that have been ready may actually change, they may not. And then the announcements that where they were asking for a conference, they're going to talk to those individuals and we may have pleas ready for the rest of the calendar. So just please be patient. Anyone here for the 11 a.m. calendar, we will get to you not right at 11, because I'm pretty sure we'll still be talking to some people, but as soon after as we can. So like I said, please just keep your devices muted until we start the 11 o'clock calendar if you're here for that. Thank you.
Mr.
In progress.
Your Honor. Mr. Graham, if you can please mute your device. Your Honor, whenever you're ready, I have a couple of announcements.
She didn't reply. I can give you her email if it's. Oh. This is court reporter. Yeah. I'll do the comment, I'm not sure.
Is he waiting for you? Oh, he's waiting for her? Yeah. The guy. Oh, him? What? Yeah, he cut his beard.
I know MJ. MJ.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Lister Houghton.
The main court reporter is on Zelmar. Yes, that's on Zelmar. I can see if I've got it. I don't normally, because we use court reporters as third parties. So let me see if I can find it.
I sent a message and she's probably off.
Let me see if I can get that for you.
Okay,
And
I'll
I'll
agree.
probably.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
How do you make this private? I didn't know you could see the message in court. So,
Let's have a little powwow report about that. I'm not gonna go into those concerns, but. If you need to get, you need to speak to Mr. Cushing and the prosecutor. They are on Zoom and Mr. Cushing is on back and forth now before.
All right, Ms. Tortorella, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. We are ready on Mr. Gene Robert Lewis Jr. He is going to accept the state's the negotiated plea.
Okay. Is he on video?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, fine. Mr. Lewis?
Your Honor,
Yes.
Your camera off, Judge.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
There we are. I'm sorry, I see you. All
Yes.
right, sir. Can you have a seat for me? Because you're gonna move around and make me dizzy.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to get out of the light so you could see me
Okay,
better.
that's perfect. Thank you. Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus John Robert Lewis Jr., 2024 CR 10404, theft of services. You're represented by Attorney Tortorello, who's at the podium in the courtroom. Ms. Tortorello, what's your client plead to the offense before the court?
Your Honor, he would plead nolo.
All right, by entering a plea of nolo, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Factual basis, please. Recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. On September 6th of 2023, officers with the Riverdale Police Department responded to 6941 Highway 85, Riverdale, Georgia, which is the Precision Auto Tune located in Riverdale. There they determined that the defendant before you, Mr. Jean Robert Lewis Jr., did obtain services to his automobile, failed to pay for he drove off with his vehicle before paying. This information was given to them through the manager on duty, Miss Latrice, Latrice Grimes, Grimes. The total amount of those services was $741.84. Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months pay only probation, terminate on completion, to pay restitution to Precision Auto Tune located at 6941 Highway 85, Riverdale, Georgia 30274, in the amount of $741.84.
All right. Ms. Tortorello, anything else?
Only that Your Honor will accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay. Mr. Lewis, you're better than this. I mean, if somebody does you a service, you pay for the service. If you have a complaint about it, make the complaint and negotiate whatever you feel is fair, but don't just leave people hanging if they've worked hard to do something. You wouldn't want that to happen to you.
Yes, Your Honor. They didn't do the services that I asked them to do.
Okay. All right.
Right.
So I'm going to accept your plea of nolo. I'll send you to pay to 12 months pay only probation, to pay restitution in the amount of $741.84 to Precision Auto Tune. Once you have completed payment of the restitution, your probation will terminate. But while you're on pay only probation, you do have to report. You have to make payment each month. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, the quickest way to get rearrested or to come back to court is to fail to make your probation reports. You've got to report to probation while you're on probation. But the quicker you get this done, the quicker you will be off probation. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with the probation expert, Ms. James. She's going to explain anything that you might need to know. And also, if you have any questions that are particular to your situation, then you can ask those questions of her and she'll be able to provide you that information, okay? All right, it should pop up in your screen for you to go into the breakout room with Ms. James. You do not have to come back here once you're finished. All right, thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Deputy Chief Williams is on the Zoom as well,
all right.
on the full matter, Douglas Full.
There you are. Mr. Williams, so it is my understanding on this case for Mr. Full that you all, he's part of a 3-person co-defendant prosecution. Y'all have 2 of the people, but I guess y'all never got Mr. Full from magistrate court. Is that my understanding?
That's correct, Your Honor. They sent Mr. Full's case to state court. I believe that to be an error, so I did let ASG Tipton know to send that case to my office.
Okay, so y'all are, Ms. Tortorello, you're hearing it from the district attorney's office. Did you have any anything that you wanted to put on the record?
I just want to confirm whether it was in fact an error or were my understanding is that 2 felony charges were dismissed at preliminary hearing and therefore they were bound over to state court.
And that could be, Your Honor. But if that is the case, I still believe that this defendant, Mr. Full, will be a party to the crime of all the felonies. These are crimes where they were all arrested together and committed together. And so it's my belief that he should be in superior court with the other 2 defendants.
Okay. And if the charges were reduced or dismissed at the preliminary hearing, then that would have been the magistrate judge, not the state. So, I mean, not the DA's office.
And that's correct, Your Honor. And based on my review, we do intend on proceeding with those charges against Mr. Full, along with the other 2 gentlemen in this case.
And
all right. Yes.
The only thing that I do request is that we be heard on this matter before you.
On what matter?
Mr. Full's, the reason why it's being bound over to superior court. This is, again, I'm going to say it stated on the record, this is a due process issue here as well, Your Honor. He's been incarcerated for 131 days since his arrest on March 6th of this year. And up to now we're on trial and the jury trial calendar is coming up. And now it's just now the state is just stating that this is going to be bound over to superior court. I think it's not in the best interest of justice here. I think my client does deserve to be heard on this matter.
I'm listening, Ms. Tortorella.
Oh, now. Your Honor, the state has had an opportunity to bound this matter over to superior court all the way back at my client's arraignment, Your Honor. And the state has even made prior offers to my client. My client's willing to resolve this case today. He's been incarcerated for 131 days with no bond for this misdemeanor, Your Honor. So therefore we do ask. How does he have
no bond? That's the issue, not the transfer. How does he have no bond on a misdemeanor? And that has brought to my attention.
I got this case, Your Honor. I just was assigned to this case, so it just was brought to my attention that he had no bond.
And is there a reason that he has no bond? Is it a 1710-1, or did he have a previous probation or parole violation? What's going on?
I'm not. I don't see that he's only being held on this charge is what I see, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if maybe heard, Your Honor.
Yeah.
He received 11 years probation on January 3rd, 2017 out of Clayton County Superior Court. And for that, bond was denied based on 1710-1.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then 1710-1, they denied it because he had a pending probation or parole that hadn't been satisfied. Okay. So I'm getting it. Unfortunately, Ms. Tortorello, I think the problem is the amount of time he spent in jail without a bond. That to me is my concern. But as for the matter of him being tried with the co-defendants, I'm willing to transfer it as long as he doesn't come back, because I don't want the whole thing of, well, we transferred it, oh, but we decided to go another way and we're sending it back. Y'all can resolve it as a misdemeanor up there, just don't send it back.
Your Honor, I've already advised the intake team in my office that his case is coming. So there shouldn't be a reason that this case comes back to state court.
All right, so we'll go ahead and I'll send the transfer. I'll go ahead and sign it. Like I said, my main concern is that he spent time in jail. I don't know that it would have been any different had he been waiting on the felony prosecution versus the state court prosecution. But I am, I did want an explanation as to why he was in jail for this length of time with no bond. So, all right. So that being satisfied, the court is going to, the court will grant the transfer. Over the defense's objection.
And ADA Williams, do you have any idea when he will be indicted or when this matter is going to come before you for grand jury?
I don't know the time that it would take for these matters to be transferred to Superior Court. What I can tell you is if you would reach out to the public defender's office, I'm sure they can file the appropriate motions for bond.
And it'll be transferred as soon as I get the paperwork. I do it electronically, so that'll be today probably.
Certainly.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
See you.
All right. Take care. All right. So full will be transferred. We've had a plea on Mr. Lewis's second case. All right. Did we have anything else ready from the conferences? All right. We still have to hear about Campbell. That's Mr. Winters. We still have to hear about Russell, which was already announcement, but wanted a conference. Scott, when we didn't get an announcement, they said they wanted a conference. So let's hear about those.
Judge, on Mr. Campbell, position 2, I believe.
Yes.
I've spoken to Mr. Tipton. I have a new plea offer I'm going to discuss with my client. But as for today, we're going to announce ready for trial.
Okay.
Judge, the only question I have is I have a notice for trial next Monday, and then I have a notice for motions 2 weeks from today. So I guess my question would be, I am going to schedule a time to review the video this week, Judge. If I have motions to file, do I just contact your office and we'll resolve?
Did you, well, if you got the notice for the motions here and you've already filed your motions.
I did file boilerplate motions.
Okay, then you can just update them. That's no problem.
And then would we, if there is a need for motions, would we report the 28th instead of the 21st?
No, you're gonna still report on the 21st.
Okay. Okay, that's it for today, Judge. Thank you. May I excuse my client?
Yes, thank you. All right. Yes?
Your Honor, may I please be placed in my device be placed in a breakout room with Ms. Marissa Thomas, please?
Yes. All right, so Attorney Tortorella and Ms. Thomas, let me put you in a breakout room. Did we have any other announcements for this calendar?
Yes, Your Honor. I have 2 ready for to Mr. Scott. He is going to enter into a negotiated plea and ask that that be taken under first offender. And then with reference to Ms. Russell, today she is going to announce ready, but I'm going to continue to discuss possible resolutions.
All right, for Thomas, Ms. Thomas, speak up for me. Does anybody see Ms. Thomas on?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Oh, okay, let me see what, okay. I'm sorry, I just had to find your first name because the list is by first name first. There. All right, so Attorney Tortorella and Ms. Thomas, you're in breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
Mr. Lynch, thank you, ma'am. You're ready on Scott, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here for the 11 o'clock calendar, just be patient. We're finishing up some things on the 10 o'clock. For Mr. Carl Scott Jr. Raise your right hand for me, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Make sure you speak up. Yes, Judge.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. So Mr. Carl Scott Jr. on case 2022 CR 00828 for battery family violence count 1, battery count 2, simple battery family violence count 3, simple battery count 4, and cruelty to children count 5. Is my understanding that you're entering a plea of guilty to count 1 under first offender. Is that correct, Mr. Lynch?
Yes, Judge, that's my understanding.
All right, and counts 2, 3, and 4 will merge. Count 5 will be no process. Is that what's going on?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So, sir, by entering a plea of guilty to count 1 under the first offender statute, and which I'm sure your attorney has informed you of the benefits and risk with first offender, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of those things, Mr. Scott? Mr. Scott? All right, thank you. Factual basis of recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On January 13th of 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to 941 Hunt Road in Jonesboro here in Clayton County. It was determined upon arrival that the defendant before you, Mr. Carl Scott Jr., did strike the victim in this case, Miss Shannon, Shannon Johnson, common spelling, by striking her in the face with a closed fist. This caused swelling to her face. The two parties were married at the time of the incident. Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation, a family violence intervention program, and a $300 fine, and no violent or harassing contact with the victim.
All right. Mr. Lynch?
Judge, I've discussed first offender and my client's rights to trial. He is choosing to enter into this negotiated plea. We are asking the court to take it under first offender. We would ask the court to consider if he is able to complete all the conditions to consider non-reporting at that point. But I know typically you hold off on that until.
Yeah, the upon completion of the special conditions, then the he can petition for that through the probation department.
And other than that, Judge, I'm just asking you to take the plea as negotiated under first offender.
All right, Mr. Scott, do you and Ms. Johnson have a parenting plan?
We're married.
They're still married, Judge.
Oh, I thought it did said at. Oh, so okay. Are y'all planning to stay married?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to accept your plea of guilty under the first offender. I'll sentence you to 12 months probation, a family violence intervention program class. That's a 24-week class, and you need to take all 24 weeks. If you mess up and don't go consistently, they'll make you start over, and you don't really have time to start over. It's a good class because it helps to teach communication skills. And most of the time when I see issues like this, it is because frustrations come about and y'all don't know how to communicate. Everything doesn't have to get to 10. So if you're gonna raise kids together, y'all have children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if y'all gonna raise kids together, then this is not what those children need to see. Even if it's a stressful situation, those will come. I mean, we're adults. Every day is something. But if y'all can't learn to communicate with each other, sometimes it's best to just walk away from the relationship and co-parent with guidance. Okay? All right. So I'm going to, so 12 months probation, the Family Violence Intervention Program, $300 fine, which with the surcharges, the total will be $444. And you're to have no violent or harassing contact with Shannon Johnson. And you can go back to 941 Hunt Road if you wish, but no violent or harassing contact.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm gonna ask you before you leave the courthouse, when you step out into the hallway, you're gonna go to your right. You're gonna go into the next courtroom, which is courtroom 305. Miss James is our probation expert. She's gonna get you signed up. And if she's with someone, she'll just have you wait in the hallway until she's ready for you, but she'll be in one of those first rooms inside the first set of doors to the courtroom, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so thank you. Just head out to the hall and turn right. All right, then Thomas was a plea. Are we ready on that?
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor, that's a negotiated plea.
All right, Miss Marissa Thomas, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Thomas, you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Marissa Jane Thomas, 2022 CR 01141 for count 1, aggressive driving, count 2, speeding 35+ miles an hour over the limit, count 3, seatbelt violation, and count 4, improper lane change. Ms. Portarello, what is your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Your Honor, my client is only pleading to count 2, which would be guilty, and the remaining counts will be no pros, is my understanding.
All right, by entering a plea to speeding 35+ miles an hour over the limit, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes.
All right. Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Tipton, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No, Your Honor. I was just grabbing the file. Excuse me.
Okay.
Your Honor, on February 8th of 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department, while doing general traffic enforcement along I-75 South near Mount Zion Boulevard, did while using a speed detection device that was appropriately checked and calibrated, observed the defendant before you, Miss Marissa Thomas, driving at 100 miles per hour in a zone marked for 65 miles per hour. The state's recommendation, Your Honor, is for an $800 fine. It's our understanding that Miss Thomas has already completed a defensive driving course. We would, excuse me, and the state will be null processing the remaining.
All right. So, Ms. Tortorello?
Yes, Your Honor, only that you will accept the plea as negotiated, and if my client could also be placed on probation just to pay off the fine, because she is also aware that it's going to include surcharges.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know what the surcharges are on an $800 fine. It's going to be $1,000 at least. So just so you know, 12 months pay only probation. Do need to report to probation as long as you're paying your fines and fees. As soon as you completed payment of the fines and fees, then the probation will terminate. I know this was a while ago, Ms. Thomas, but be mindful. Everybody thinks because they have a fast car, they can drive like a NASCAR driver. But those people start training as kids. they start training in essentially what's bumper cars, small track cars as kids on tracks. And so when people see, well, I got a fast car, I can drive, what they don't see is all the accidents that happen leading up to the time when people take the road in NASCAR. What they don't see is the accidents that happen when somebody sees you coming behind them that fast and they don't know whether they'll move to the left, to the right, or stay where they are, and they panic. And then you smash into them at 100 miles an hour. If you have ever seen that, it is just a fireball and destruction. And so you do not want to ever put somebody else in that situation. You don't put yourself in that situation. And I'm going to assume, because this is an older case, that you have matured as a driver. Am I correct?
You are very correct. We don't have none of those problems no more. I was definitely young and not thinking, but I don't drive crazy no more. I don't have time for it. So I do apologize.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear, is because, we want you here. And as a reformed speeder, I'm just gonna be honest. As a reformed speeder, you got to get to that point where you realize wherever you're going, it's gonna be there when you get there. All right.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Miss James. She may be speaking with somebody in the courtroom, but she will come in her office, but she will come into the breakout room as soon as she can. Let me make sure there's nobody in there. And then once you have finished speaking with Miss James, you do not have to come back here to the main room. You can go ahead and go on about your business. Just do what you need to do. And like I said, as soon as you finish your payment of the fines and fees, your probation can terminate. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you, Maria, too.
All right. Ms. Thomas, stay safe. Okay. Take care.
All right. You guys have
all
a good
right.
day.
Now, I'll just wait for the breakout room. Miss James will be in a minute.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So are there any other announcements on the 10 o'clock so we can move to the 11 o'clock?
Only, Your Honor, if my client Ricardo Woodford can be excused. I see that he's still on the call.
Yeah, that's fine. So let me just go through the calendar. Barnett, ready. Campbell, ready. Chalman, Nolpros, Foster, ready. Fall is going to be a transfer. Lewis, the first case closed. The second case is a plea. Olson, ready. Quarles, that's an attorney leave. Ruiz Leyva, both cases ready, pending pretrial motions to be heard at the time of trial. Russell, ready. Scavella, plea. Scott, plea. Simeon, closed. Thomas, plea. Wilkins, PTI. Williams, that's going to be a reset for witness availability. Willis, Nolpros, and Woodford, ready. Okay, I'm going to call the 11 o'clock calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. All right, so this is the July 14, 2025, 11 a.m. criminal calendar call. So this, the first case on the calendar is Marquise Jashawn Beard. That's Lister Holton Dennis, the attorneys. Marquise Jashawn Beard.
That case is a non-pressure.
All right, so that case will be no cost, and anyone associated with that case is free to go at this time. Next case on the calendar is Ronaldo Damon Clark. Ronaldo.
Transfer it, I believe. Yeah.
All right, that case.
I saw it. Transfer order was submitted on, I believe, Friday, Judge.
Yes.
I didn't really get a chance to object, Judge. I do object to that case being transferred at this posture, right? I mean, again, the case came through arraignment, was charged as a misdemeanor. The state accused it as a misdemeanor. Was bound over as a misdemeanor. And then on the eve of the trial calendar, we get a motion to transfer it. It's again, I'm not sure.
All right, this one concerns me a little bit less because it's a new case. It's a 2025. Mr. Brooks, tell me what's going on with this case, why the transfer, because it has all the batteries have been alleged.
If I recall correctly, Your Honor, I believe this one, it reads as if it was an attempted rape.
Well,
And
that may be what the police report reads according to the solicitor's interpretation, Judge, but the solicitor's office chose to accuse as misdemeanor. He's on a misdemeanor. So they're just going to transfer it as he's been sitting in custody since, I believe, March. You know, if the DA wants to pursue a felony charge.
Yeah, Mr. Brooks, y'all are in charge of the accusation, so why was it accused instead of transferred from the magistrate court point?
I think it was bound over to us from magistrate court. And I can't speak to why it was accused. I can say that upon my review, and I'm double checking to make certain this is the right case. If you just give me one moment, Your Honor. Yes, the accusation, the sexual battery charge, did intentionally make physical contact with their intimate parts, to wit, the accused did remove his clothes and attempt to penetrate the genitalia of Ms. Burrows without her consent. It like, even the language of the accusation is not for a misdemeanor. It was improperly charged, but it's being transferred to the DA's office. I don't, all respect to this court wouldn't be able to hear the facts on this case. It's just not charged right.
Oh, I take no offense for not hearing felonies, Mr. Lynch.
Well, Judge, I mean, in that case, I would ask that if the state wants to null pros the case and allow the DAs to go forward, that Your Honor issue an order releasing him from custody. Because in this posture, he's sitting here held on a misdemeanor. They're going to transfer it to Superior Court. At
Okay,
what
that's
point
fine.
is the case going to be indicted?
Okay, Mr. Lynch, I get all that, but does he currently have a bond?
I believe he's held with no bond, Your Honor. I need to review that.
Okay, tell me why he's held with no bond.
Judge, and I don't want to speak out of turn. I can't say. I need to.
No, yeah, but it's your case. If you know why he's held with no bond, tell me why. Is it a 17-10-1? Is it, what's going on?
I need to verify that he's actually held with no bond.
Okay.
Soon.
Let's see, bond considered. Like, he has a bond as of February 20th. It was a bond with special conditions.
Okay, then I do apologize for stating that incorrectly.
Okay, so he has a bond, so he has the ability to get out.
It also looks like his preliminary hearing was continued a couple of times, and that was explain why he's been in custody for some time as well.
Okay, that's something none of us have control over because we don't manage magistrate court.
And then it looks like it was modified on April 2nd, 2025 with special conditions as well.
All right, so he has a bond. He has the ability, if he can make the bond, to get out and address his charges from the outside. That of course he has bond conditions that say, I guess those conditions are that he's not to have contact with the alleged victims in this case.
I can see the text that there was a bond issued and special conditions placed on. I can't see the actual bond itself here.
Okay, so the intention at this point is to transfer Clark, send an order.
I believe it's already been signed, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, because that made sense to me. I reviewed it, but I understand that Mr. Lynch may not have had the opportunity to argue against it. So that is my apology. All right, Sydney Clifford, Max Borger is the attorney.
That case was non-cross, Your Honor, on July 3rd, or sent on July 3rd.
All right. It should have been on my calendar if I signed it. I don't see that I've signed the no pros. Did I?
It looks like it has been filed, is what the note that
okay. All right. So I guess I missed it. All right. Shanique Tashana Dunham. Shanique Tashana Dunham.
Your Honor, that's Lister Holton Dennis. I'm handling that matter, Attorney Tortorello. What say the state?
Your Honor, the state is actually requesting we're requesting a reset because we have a GBI witness. It's a similar situation to the previous one. But this particular witness is Carla Turner.
And she's also, I guess, obligated for some felonies somewhere.
I'm not sure whether or not they're felonies, but she has multiple cases throughout the state. So
Ms.
the
Tortorella?
primary officer is Sharon Nimmons, and Nimmons is ready. I just can't speak to Carla.
Yeah, Nimmons is here. In Clayton County, I think.
Has the witness been subpoenaed, Mr. Brooks?
It's my understanding she's ready to go.
So defense is ready.
Okay. Ready, subject to the an update at the time of trial. On the trial date, you can update me as to the status of the witness.
Thank you.
All right, next is William Nelson Fisher, Jr.
That is ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
All right, is Mr. Fisher present? William Nelson Fisher?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Fisher, your attorneys at the state have announced ready. Ms. Val, which calendar is this going on?
The 21st.
Okay, so you'll be in court next Monday in courtroom 304. Get to the courthouse by 9 a.m. The line is going to be long. It's a Monday. So you can be in court on time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
We wasn't making a deal or anything?
You can talk to your attorney about that. Miss Tortorella's going to speak to you. Okay.
Your
Yes,
Honor,
ma'am.
you've been speaking to Mr. Lynch, so I mean, if let me get Mr. Lynch and see if.
All right. Yeah. Y'all just talk to him, call him, text him, talk to him offline while I'm calling the rest of the calendar. Or if you need time, I'll give you a moment of conference with him. All right. So Mr. Fisher, they're going to call you. Okay. Just mute your device so we don't hear what y'all are talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that it helps us to find you. If you are having technical difficulties and you can't unmute when I call your name, to keep me from issuing a bench warrant, I need to see your first and last name on the calendar. That's just a business thing, people. First and last name. We're conducting business here. So when you're conducting business, I need to know who you are. If you put a nickname or your first name, that doesn't help me because that's not the way you appear on my calendar. Okay. The next case after Fisher is Germany. Ray Anthony, Germany.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Germany.
That is moving on across that one.
All right. That case will be null pros. Mr. Germany, the case is being null pros, which means they're not going to pursue this case. So please just keep your documents, your vehicle in order so that you're not back here. And don't litter. Mr. Germany, that's the thing that makes me one of the maddest things that makes me the maddest, because who do you think is going to pick up that paper that you throw out the window?
I apologize, Your Honor.
All right, don't do that. And then usually you're doing it in your own neighborhood. So you're just messing up where you live. Don't do that. It's so much easier to keep things clean because whatever you mess up, somebody else has to clean up. And I know your mama didn't raise you like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't do it. Okay. All right. You're free to go.
Thank
All
you.
right. Next is Antoine Brandon Graham.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Graham, thank you. Antoine Brandon Graham is present. Announcements?
It's ready.
All right, the state's ready. Mr. Graham, mute for a second because it sounds like there's a lot of background noise where you are. Mr. Lynch?
Judge, I do want to have a brief conference with Mr. Graham before we make that announcement.
All right, Mr. Graham, Mr. Lynch is going to call you or text you so that he can conference with you. Keep your device muted so that we don't hear the background noise and we don't hear anything that you discuss with your attorney. That's privileged, okay? Quentin Devon Johnson.
Your Honor, my client is present in the courtroom.
Yes.
It's a null pros, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I would like the state to announce, what say the state?
State was moving in null pros.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Johnson, keep your documents in order, sir. The case will be no cost, but please make sure you're a safe driver and a documented driver. You're free to go at this time.
Excuse me, all three cases for Mr. Johnson?
No, the first one. That's
Oh, well, shoot, I'm sorry. Mr. Johnson, you got
009.
more than just that one. All right, so you got two other cases, trespass with damage and battery family violence. Thanks, Miss Wright. I'm sure was on the break in the page and hadn't pulled the rest of them up. All right, what's going on with the other two cases?
Stays ready for the other two, yeah.
Your Honor, defense is ready for the case ending in 00987. On the case ending in 06990, and for the record, this involves my client, Mr. Quentin Johnson. We are ready, however, we're just waiting on the video.
Okay, so you're ready on both with the exception of the video for the battery case?
Correct.
All right. All right, make that an appointment. I'm sure you've already signed up for the appointment, so go ahead and watch the video. And I'm putting you down for ready. Mr. Johnson, I'll see you in court on Monday and get here by 9 a.m., sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right. Lorna Markland Holness. That's Lawrence Klon's case.
Your Honor, that case is currently in pretrial diversion.
Okay. All right, so we'll set an October date for the check-in. All right, next is Khadijah McGill.
I'm here.
All right, thanks, Ms. McGill. State's ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense?
Judge, I just want to have a brief conference with Ms. McGill.
All right, Ms. McGill. Mr. Lynch is going to contact you. Just make sure you keep your device muted so we do not hear the conversation with you and your attorney. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Carol Marie Morrow. Mr. Laguda?
He filed a conflict, I believe, Your Honor, but it's my understanding that Ms. Morrow may be wanted as well. I'm not trying to confirm that.
All right. Carol Marie Morrow. Carol Marie Morrow. All right, so if she's wanted, she's going to remain wanted. I'm not going to issue a bench warrant at this time, Mr. Laguda. If he filed a conflict or a leave, then he may have instructed her that he wasn't going to be here. So we'll figure that out.
I'm going to confirm her status, Your Honor, but I got to know that she may be. But again, Mr. Laguda has conflict regardless.
Okay. All right. Next is Martika Deshelle Neal. Ricardo Mosby. Martika Darshell Neal.
State was moving to non-pros that matter. Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mosby, the case will be no prost, and you're free to go, and your client is free to go unless you have something else.
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you. Y'all have a
All
good
right, thank you. All right, Ms. Neal. Jermaine Jameer Robinson. Jermaine Jameer Robinson.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Hi, Mr. Robinson. All right, Mr. Lynch.
Judge, what say the state?
Ready?
Judge, I do want to have a brief conference with Mr. Robinson, make sure he has the most recent offer, and then make that announcement.
All right, Mr. Robinson, mute your device, and then that way Mr. Lynch will be able to contact you without anybody hearing your discussion, okay?
Okay.
All right. Rodriguez Lee Robinson. Rodriguez Lee Robinson.
Judge, he's present in the courtroom. What say the state?
The state is not ready, Your Honor. The state is requesting a reset. There is a witness. The primary officer is in Italy until July the 16th. I believe he returns on July the 16th. That's Antonio Vives.
And is that officer under subpoena in this matter, Mr. Brooks?
I believe he was in Italy at the time that we were attempting to serve him, but it's my understanding that he is, not even my understanding. I know that he is cooperating and he is not an officer who would avoid service if he was in the country.
Be that as may, Your Honor, Judge, I believe that the law requires that in order, if a party moves for a continuance based on the unavailability of a witness, that witness being under subpoena is a prerequisite for the court to even consider continuing the matter.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, the state will announce for July the 6th.
All right, state's announcing ready. Mr. Lynch?
After pointing out that case law, Judge, I do still want to have a brief conference with Mr. Rodriguez.
Okay. Conference based on from the defense. All right, Roland Spencer Simmons.
The state's moving on across that matter, Your Honor.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Johnson on behalf of Mr. Simmons on case ending 0546.
He just no prostate, Mr. Johnson.
Well, he has two matters, Your Honor. I think 111 is being null process. It's my understanding that we were negotiating a null process to 1112 for a plea to 05462.
All right, is he ready to take a plea on the next case?
No, Your Honor, I've not had that discussion with the state. So if I may just conference with Mr. Tipton.
Okay.
And hold on my announcement.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I neglected to mention this with respect to Mr. Rodriguez. There is a pending motion to suppress, so we can't announce ready until we have heard that. So I guess I'm not sure if that changes the court's analysis there.
No.
Does change.
Okay.
Position.
All right. So Rodriguez will be on the motions calendar. We'll remove him from the trial calendar. We'll put it on the motions calendar. And then that way the officer will be back and then you all can argue whatever motions are pending.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. I believe Mr. Tipton on that.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Mr. Brooks, you cut out. If you said that I was on that case, yes, I am.
I was just letting Mr. Lynch know that you'll be speaking to speaking to him about Mr. Robinson.
Yes, sir.
That motion date is September 17th.
All right. All right. The next case, we'll show conferencing on the second case for Simmons. The next case is Honesavan Srivisai.
That's a null pressure.
All right. All right. Tiffany Dean Tinico Santos.
That matter is also a null pressure.
All right.
As is the last matter, Woods. So I understand the victim on the matter is deceased.
Oh, okay. Naria Elise Woods, that case is no problem. All right, so we've had a couple of announcements. Let me go through the calendar. Beard, no pros. Clark, transfer. Clifton, no pros. Dunham, ready. But we're going to update the witness, the status of the witness at the time of trial. If the witness is not available, it'll be moved. Fisher, ready. Germany, no pros. Graham is a conference. Johnson, no pros. For case 2022 CR 00972, and then ready on the second case. Second two cases. Markland Wholeness is PTI. McGill is a conference. Morrow conflict. Neal no pros. Robinson JJ is a conference. Robinson RL is moved to the motions calendar. Simmons is ×2. One case is no pros, the other case is conference. Srivise is no pros, Tanico Santos is no pros, Woods no pros. All right, so I'll give you a few moments to conference. Miss Tortorello, do you need your device placed in with anyone? So if I've said no pros, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's legal language, but it just means that the state is not going to prosecute your case. So if I've said no pros next to your name, you are free to go. Any witnesses attached may be released by the state if they're ready to release those witnesses. So if I've said no pros, you're free to go. If I've said ready, you will be in court on next Monday, the 21st at 9 a.m. So ready is in court. No pros means you're free to go. Thank you.
Your Honor, this calendar is concluded to Ms. Shanique Dunham. I understand that the state has announced that they may need a reset that regarding their GBI witness. We still announced ready, Your Honor. However, there is, just to place on the record, we did file a motion to suppress on May 14th of 2025. So I'm not sure if under your consideration, Your Honor, we can move this to a motions calendar as well, as it seems like the state is also.
Okay, that's fine. Dunham will be moved to the motions calendar. And that way we don't have to worry about the witness being there Monday.
Your Honor, what calendar is that? One more. I want the date.
September 17th.
For 17th.
Thank you.
And then that way we can maybe get them first. Maybe.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna let you all talk. Ladies and gentlemen, the attorneys are gonna be speaking with you. Please make sure your device is muted so we don't hear anything. And then when they're finished speaking with you on the remaining cases, they're gonna make announcements and then we'll be back, okay? So be patient. Thank you for so much.
On the calendar for today, it's small. She has another pending case that wasn't on today's calendar. It's possible it's still alive. Let me just
Is anybody active in the chat still?
Is this Mr. Woodford?
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. I'll be in touch with you regarding your case. The judge has dismissed you, so you can log off.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Mr. Robinson, I'm going to be with you very shortly. Can you just do me a favor? Hang tight for a moment, okay?
Okay.
Um, Your Honor, I do have an announcement for Mr. Fisher.
Yes, Mr. Lynch?
Mr. Fisher does wish to accept the negotiated resolution, and we are ready to
I'm ready.
taken care of.
Any other announcement?
Judge, I'm sorry, I don't have any quite yet, but I'm very close.
All right, Mr. Fisher?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There you are.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Fisher, raise your right hand for me. Mr. Fisher, you're not driving, are you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm parked.
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm on my lunch break. I'm taking a long lunch break to do
All
this.
right, well, let's try and get you done. Raise your right hand for me. You
Yes, ma'am.
solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Fisher, you can put your hand down. You're before the court. Mr. Owen Lynch is your attorney with the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. Mr. Lynch, Mr. Fisher is before the court on 2022 CR 00999 William Nelson Fisher Jr. for reckless driving and improper lane change. What is your client plea to the offenses before the court, Mr. Lynch?
Judge, he pleads no contest to count 1, reckless driving.
All right, and count 2?
Leave no pros.
All right. So by entering a plea of nolo to count 1, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And Mr. Fisher, if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. You understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 30th of 2021, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to a single vehicle accident at I-285 East near I-75. It was determined that Mr. Fisher, while driving a Freightliner tractor trailer, did fall asleep behind the wheel, and his vehicle did drive off the roadway. This was a single vehicle accident. There were no victims and no injuries. The state's recommendation in this case, Your Honor, is a $1,000 fine to count 1, reckless driving.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Fisher, the fine is going to be $1,420 with the surcharges. And
Yes,
I can give you up to 60 days to pay without putting you on probation, or we have a probation program that is pay only probation. So the requirements are that you report to probation, you pay your fines and fees. As soon as you've paid all of the fines and fees, your probation will terminate.
Your Honor, I know I spoke to Mr. Fisher and he indicated he would absolutely be able to pay the full amount. Is there any chance he could?
Yeah, I just don't want Mr. Fisher to, the reason I don't generally give 90 days, I know some judges do, is because people tend to forget even when I give them 60 days. But if I give you 90 days, Mr. Fisher,
yes, ma'am.
It's your responsibility to remember, because if you fail to pay within the 90 days, an arrest warrant could issue.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of baby you got back there?
Australian Shepherd.
I thought so. Look at him looking all fuzzy. I'm sorry, I'm a dog lover.
Oh, you're fine. She goes to work with us every day.
Oh,
she's the first one to load up.
Mine supposedly works, but then she spends most of her time in the employee lounge with my husband and kids. So yeah. All right.
So we do construction. We do construction.
Oh, she's good then. Well, 90 days, Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher, take care of yourself, because I worry about truckers all the time. This is a very dangerous job, and knowing that is a possibility. So 90 days, just please make sure that you, Mr. Lynch, do you have his email address?
I Well, I do have an email address, but I'm not sure I got it from my investigator. So I don't know if you want to,
Okay, Mr. Fisher, can I get your email address? And then that way, Ms. Wright
Yes, ma'am.
can send you your information by email. And then you can pay online or by phone, but you got to ask, read the instructions very carefully about that. Or you can make periodic payments at the Clayton County Courthouse on the second floor, or you can pay it all at once, just as long as it's done before the 90th day. Okay?
Okay. Can I pay weekly online?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay.
perfect.
No.
Go ahead and give me your email address.
Phillips William
All right, spell it for me.
2000 PHILLIPS
Mm-hmm.
2025
Okay.
at Gmail.
All right. All right. So Ms. Wright is going to send that to you. If you don't get it in a couple of days, please make sure you check your spam folder. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Y'all be safe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Lynch, did you have any other announcements?
I don't, Judge, but I'm gonna conference with my few remaining people and get those very shortly.
Okay. So I'm waiting on, I guess, Graham, McGill, and Robinson, JJ.
No, Jermaine Robinson, you mean?
And then I guess there was going to be a conference on Simmons for that second case.
Right. Thank you, Judge.
All righty. Thank y'all.
And Your Honor, may I be excused? I don't have any other matters before Your Honor.
Are you making a Rogers motion? Javaric Rogers used to always say, well, Judge, may I be excused? I was like, Mr. Rogers, your people are still working.
I'm joining the court.
Huh? Making the Rogers motion. All right. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Torbrello, you're free to go at this time. Thank you. All right, so I'm signing. I've signed a lot of stuff. I'm still signing. So I'll keep doing that while I'm waiting for the last announcements. And then be mindful, we'll have the 1 o'clock calendar in here in a few moments. So
Your Honor,
yes, sir.
I apologize for walking in late. Aaron Johnson on behalf of Mr. Simmons.
Yes.
Would the court be willing to grant a one-time reset on this case? Reason being is I believe we're still in the discovery gathering mode. There are some materials that are outstanding. I believe, that being said, that we will be able to resolve this case eventually. However, at this juncture, we still need a few things, namely reports, photographs, and potential video. Even though I believe Mr. Tipton has already looked for the video, and I don't believe there is any associated with this. I don't believe so.
All right, so you said that you think there's still some outstanding discovery on the second case?
Yes, ma'am, the criminal trespass charge.
Your Honor, all discovery that the state has been provided.
Yeah, what's missing?
So according to the reports of the primary officer, Officer Owens, there's another additional report that was done by M. Wise with Clayton County PD. There's also photographs that are referenced in the primary officer's report that we don't have for the criminal trespass charge.
They may have not been uploaded, but if we don't have it, then we don't contemplate using it for trial.
It's just that if there are photos of damage, that we'd like to try and get them.
The state's announcement is ready.
1 second. And you said that there's photos that you think exist, but they haven't been uploaded. And what else?
There's another officer on scene that's referenced in the primary officer's report that they did. And that would be M. Wise with CCPD.
Counsel, do you contemplate calling this officer as a witness?
Yeah.
It's, well, from our point of view, whatever's in there may contain Brady material, may contain photographs of an undamaged property, mailbox in this case, we don't know until we see that report written by MY and photos that were taken by the officers on scene.
All right, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna put it down as a ready announcement. If you find in the interim that these things do exist, then I'll give you a continuance to contemplate them.
And Your Honor, in the event that we are able to work the case out prior to Monday, is the court
Then we'll take a plea.
on Monday, the 21st?
Yeah,
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
no problem.
May I and my client be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm just waiting on the, I guess, 3 announcements from Mr. Lynch.
Mr. Johnson, Winston Johnson, he's the victim on this last case since Simmons, whose I guess property was damaged. May he be released?
Yes, he may. Thank you.
Ms. McGill, I'm sending you a chat, but I'm just asking you to send me your phone number so I can call you and go over some information with you.
Her. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the attorneys are conferencing with their with the clients at this time. We're waiting on a few announcements for the 11 o'clock calendar. We haven't started the 1 o'clock calendar. If you're already coming in for that, please make sure you mute your device and put your first and last name on the screen. Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe I have all the announcements to complete this calendar.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Khadijah McGill, that's going to be a negotiated plea. I'll just go ahead and go through them all. And then
Okay.
Rodriguez Robinson is going to be a negotiated plea.
Rodriguez? Okay.
Rodriguez. Jermaine Robinson, we're going to announce ready at this time.
Okay.
We're going to continue reviewing the evidence and then same announcement for Antoine Graham. We're going to announce ready.
All right. So ready on Graham, McGill is a plea. Rodriguez Robinson is a plea. JJ Robinson is ready.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead with the plea for McGill.
Yes, Judge, she's online.
Ms. McGill.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. May I see you, please? There you go. Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Ms. McGill, you're represented by the law firm of Lister, Holton, Dennis. Mr. Lynch is with you at the podium. You're plea on case 2022 CR 01051, criminal trespass. Mr. Lynch, what is your client plead to the offense before the court?
We're asking the court to accept a plea of nolo. I don't think there's an objection.
All right. By entering a plea of nolo, ma'am, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 8th of 2022, officers with the Clayton County Police Department responded to 746 Garden Walk Boulevard in Atlanta, that is within the boundaries of Clayton County. It was determined that the defendant before you, Ms. McGill, got into an argument with the victim in this case, Mr. Devante, D-E-V-A-N-T-E, King, K-I-N-G, and that during this argument, she flew into a fit of rage where she threw an air fryer, a lava lamp, and some blinds that at a wall, causing them to be damaged. The state's recommendation, Your Honor, is 12 months to serve 1 day, balance suspended upon no violent or harassing contact with Mr. King.
Credit for time served.
Credit for time served.
All right.
Judge, I did discuss that with Ms. McGill. She doesn't want to accept that in this situation, Judge.
All right, Ms. McGill, I see you. Where'd you go? Oh, there you
I
go.
don't know why I keep going on and off.
So I'm going to accept your plea. Do you and Mr. King have any reason to continue to see each other?
Yeah, we have a 4-year-old daughter.
Oh, Lord.
But ever since the situation, we are like supervised, like co-parent. We speak through either my mom or his mom.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. People always say, well, you know, we get along great until you don't.
Right.
If Mr. King has not legitimized this child, she deserves that. But you need to go through Superior Court and get legitimation, visitation, child support, custody, all of those things worked out. Because your child deserves that stability. And if y'all are going to co-parent for the next 14 years or however long, then y'all are going to need some structure. Because imagine what happens when you start dating somebody or he starts dating somebody and they're whispering in each ear talking about, well, you know, you don't need to see her and why are you all involved over there? And that's not what your child deserves. Okay.
Right.
We got a lot of these relationships where folk have children, but they don't have a commitment to each other. So there should be some structure to make sure that the child is co-parented well. and that other people don't get in folks' ears trying to direct the relationship between the parent. Okay.
Right.
All right, so that's the best move. So now I'm going to accept your plea of nolo, sentence you to 12 months to serve 1 day. Credit for time served, balance will be suspended as long as you have no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia and no violent or harassing contact with Mr. Devontae King.
All right.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You're free to go at this time.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Rodriguez Robinson. All right, Mr. Robinson, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, Mr. Robinson. You're here with your attorney, Mr. Owen Lynch, who's with the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennett. You're before the court on 2022 CR 01103 for DUI less safe, count 1, reckless driving, count 2, laying drags, count 3, open container, count 4, and open container, count 5. Mr. Lynch, what is your client plea to the offenses before the court?
She's going to enter a no contest plea to count 2. I believe the remainder of the charges are null pros pursuant to the agreement.
All right, by entering a plea of nolo to 2 reckless driving, counts 1, 3, 4, and 5 will be no pros. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, on October 30th of 2020, deputies with the Clayton County Sheriff's Department responded to the drags on Highway 85 in Clayton County. It was determined that the driver of that vehicle is the driver before you, Mr. Rodriguez Robinson. Mr. Robinson had the strong odor of alcoholic beverage come from his breath. His speech was thick and slurred. His eyes were watery and bloodshot, and there was a shot glass with some kind of pink liquid inside of it. Standardized field sobriety tests were not conducted because the highway was busy at the time. A blood alcohol test was done, yielding a result of 0.074. Your Honor, state's recommendation is for count 2 and count 2 only, 12 months probation, a $1,000 fine, substance abuse evaluation, any recommended treatment, no drugs or alcohol, subject to random testing, 40 hours of community service, and a DUI risk reduction course. All other counts were dismissed per plea negotiations. Nothing further from the state.
Judge, I would ask the court to accept the plea as negotiated. And I have explained the conditions of probation to Mr. Robinson. And I know you're going to say this, so I'll just, as far as the no alcohol condition, not that I think my client would ever violate that, but this is something to be very careful about. The test will. No problem.
Actually, what I was gonna say is, even when this happened, Mr. Robinson, you were too old for this shenanigans and foolishness. Open containers in the car all day, every day. From the time you start driving, you know that that's a rule. That's the law. No open containers. Second of all, laying drags, that's just a waste of good tires. What is the point? I just don't even understand. As much as tires cost, y'all just dragging them all on the street, blocking traffic, getting in people's way. That's just foolishness. And if you want to do those things, there are places that y'all can rent and go out and do those activities where it's not going to impede traffic or cause harm to other people. So I just don't understand people foolishly wasting money. I just really, that is, I don't get it. So that's a new set of tires every time you turn around, and that don't make no sense to me. So I'm going to accept your plea of no law on count two. Counts 1, 3, 4, and 5 will be no pros. I'll sentence you to 12 months probation, $1,000 fine. With the surcharges, that's going to be $1,420. You're to do a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that might be ordered, to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation. You're subject to random screens for alcohol and drugs. You'll do 40 hours of community service and a risk reduction course, okay? All right, you're gonna, the biggest thing that people kind of don't get sometimes is that the quickest way to get rearrested is to miss your probation reports. If you don't report to probation, even if you're not doing the other special conditions that I've ordered you to do, if you don't report to probation, will be arrested and you will have to come back and talk to me again. All right, when you step out into the hallway, you're going to go to your right, courtroom 305. In the first set of double doors, Miss James will be set up in there. She's our probation expert, and she's going to answer your questions and do your probation intake, okay? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything else at this time, Mr. Lynch?
Nothing further, Judge. I believe we have addressed all the cases on the calendar, but if anyone has.
All right. A lot of y'all's clients show up for the bond forfeiture calendar, which is at 1. So you may want to hang in for a minute when I call the calendar. I'll be back at about 1:10 to call the calendar. And so if you want to take any pleas on that, then we can do that, but we'll take a break until about 1:10. Thank you.
I'll stay, Judge. Thank you for that.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Jermaine Robinson, you are free to go at this point. Same for you,
Hey,
Mr.
I want to speak with you for a moment because I had something to
We're
discuss.
not going to do this on the calendar, though. You can speak with me on the phone. And
No, I know.
it would be about 3 o'clock today. We can talk about 3 o'clock. All right.
Okay, I understand that. But I still needed to speak with you about a matter because it had to be discussed, I guess, about a judge and that. I don't know. I still need to speak with you though. I tried, but you kind of rushed me off the phone.
Again, we're going to talk on the phone, not over the Zoom call in open court. Okay.
All right, cool.
If you want to call me right now, we can talk.
Okay, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are coming in for the 1 o'clock calendar, this is very important. I need your first and last name on the screen. I need to be able to look at the screen and see your first and last name. If you don't know how to rename yourself, go to go to YouTube and watch a video and figure it out. But you need your first and last name. I don't need to know how many iPhones people have. I don't need to know about your Samsung. I don't need to know any of that. We'll be back at about 1:10. Don't freak out. I just need a break. We've had 2 other calendars. And I think everybody else who's been here needs just a few minutes break before we get back on camera. So 1:10, we'll be back. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your patience. This is the 1 p.m. calendar. I have 2 calendars, so please be mindful of that. If you don't hear your name called on the first calendar, it may just be that you're on the second calendar that I'm going to call, but I have 2 1 p.m. calendars. The first calendar that I'm going to call is the bond forfeiture calendar. Bond forfeiture calendar. So on the July 14th, 2025, 1 p.m. bond forfeiture calendar. The first name on the calendar is Made Jerusa Aguilar Cruz. Made Jerusa Aguilar Cruz. And I have that Mr. Aguilar Cruz, I'm sorry, it's Made Jerusalem Aguilar Cruz. And I have that Mr. Aguilar Cruz is wanted. Anything from the state? I have a forfeiture of reconnaissance filed. So I guess the Mr. Aguilar Cruz will remain wanted. All right, next is Nakia Q. Clifton. I have that case was closed. Anyone here on Nakia Clifton? You're free to go at this time. That case was closed on April 1st, 2025. Next case is Marisha Ann Cooper. That case was closed on April 14th, 2025. Anyone here on Cooper? Marisha Ann Cooper, you're free to go at this time. Next is Lee Otis Dickens. I have Mr. Dickens is wanted and the forfeiture of recognizance has been filed. Lee Otis Dickens.
They would request a rule absolute, Your Honor.
Rule absolute will be granted. Did you also want a rule absolute on Aguilar Cruz?
Yes, Your Honor. My apologies. I didn't get the computer in time.
Dominique R. Gay. Dominique R. Gay. That case was closed on March 18th, 2025. Next case is Carrie Garland Hamilton. Carrie Garland Hamilton. Hamilton is wanted. Forfeiture of recognizance has been filed.
State requests a rule absolute, Your Honor.
Rule absolute will be granted. Next is Etta Hardison. Wanted.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Judge. On Hamilton, there was a consent order on March 14th.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Consent order was filed March 14th on Hamilton. Rule absolute is withdrawn. All right. Next is Etta Hardison. Etta Hardison. I have that Hardison is wanted and a forfeiture of recognizance was filed in February. Hardison.
State requests a rule absolute.
Rule absolute will be granted. Next is Jamal Devon Hillary. Jamal Devon Hillary, wanted, and a forfeiture of recognizance was filed on February 20th.
State requests a rule absolute.
Rule absolute will be granted. Chastity Lucilla Long. Chastity Lucilla Long. That case, court notice was returned, and the forfeiture of recognizance was filed in February.
State requests a rule absolute.
Rule absolute will be granted. Jeremiah Isaiah Lott. I have that case was closed in March. L-O-T-T Lott. Next is Derek Ernest Murray. Derek Ernest Murray, wanted, rule absolute, forfeiture of recognizance filed.
State requests a rule absolute, Your Honor.
Rule absolute will be granted. Antonio Lamar Porter, that case was closed in March. Next is Quentin Dante Taylor. Quentin Dante Taylor, a surety order was filed in April. Okay, next is Deja Deneen Wilkes. Deja Deneen Wilkes.
Your Honor, I have that case is closed.
Yes. All right, that is the last case. So I have Aguilar Cruz, rule absolute, Clifton closed, Cooper closed, Dickens, rule absolute, Gay. What do we say about Gay? Closed. Hamilton, consent. Hartington, rule absolute. Hillary, rule absolute. Long, rule absolute. Lott, closed. Murray, rule absolute. Porter, closed. Taylor, consent. Wilkes, closed. So that concludes the call of the bond calendar. Mr. Lynch, you may be excused at this time. This is the first time in a long time somebody hasn't shown up saying that they want to speak with their attorney.
Makes sense, Judge. Thank you, Judge. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right, and the last case on the calendar is the civil red light calendar, crossing guard calendar. So, ladies and gentlemen, for this calendar, these are appeals of tickets that were given if you are alleged to have passed a school bus that was stopped, if you went through one of those automatic lights in a school zone, or yeah, those are the tickets we're talking to, or an automatic ticket from the red light system, maybe not in a school zone, but in a at an intersection. So these are the types of appeals. You are appealing your conviction for these offenses, and you are going to be able to speak with the state. They have the video evidence that they can show you, and you all can speak about the particular case, just so that you know the law has changed recently so that the passing the school bus fines are an automatic $1,000. There's nothing I can do to lessen that. I can give you time to pay on all of these, but the $1,000 fine is non-negotiable because it is part of state law for passing a school bus. So I'm gonna allow Mr. Tipton to speak with you about your case once I call the calendar and confirm whether you are here. And then if you all can't come to an agreement about your case, then I will hear it, review the evidence myself, and I will make a decision on your case, okay? So red light and crossing guard calendar. First case on the calendar is Ahmad Asrar Al-Qazai.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any apologies for any mispronunciation of your name, sir?
That's correct, actually.
Oh, okay.
You pronounce it correct, Miss Your Honor.
So I'll have Mr. Tipton speak with you in a moment. Derek LaShun Alston. Derek LaShun Alston.
Your Honor, Mr. Alston turned in an affidavit where the person who's alleged to have driven the car signed off on it, states asking that the appeal be granted.
All right, Alston, the appeal will be granted. Anyone here on Alston is free to go at this time. Jamia Ewing. Jamia Ewing.
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Ewing is present, and Yolanda Yvette Gallimore. Yolanda Yvette Gallimore. Yolanda Yvette Gallimore.
I'm here.
Okay, she's in the courtroom. All right, one moment, Ms. Gallimore. Ibrahim Abdul Hashem.
Here.
All right, so Mr. Hashem is here. Desire S. Keys.
Yes, Your Honor. Desiree is here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Desiree. Video. Sandra Smith. Sandra Smith. Last call for Sandra Smith.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so who's Tiara Smith?
I was the one driving the car.
All right, so who's Sandra Smith?
It's my mother.
State's going to ask the appeal be granted, Your Honor.
All right, Sandra Smith's appeal will be granted. All right, so Ms. Smith, the appeal for your mother has been granted because she wasn't the one driving and she didn't, she received the ticket.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
The
you.
I'm sorry. The next case is Shameek Smith. Shameek. Shameek, Shameek Smith.
Your Honor, at this point, no one has responded. State's going to request that the appeal be denied.
All right. For Shameek Smith, appeal will be denied. All right, and last case on the calendar is Jasmine Thompson. Jasmine Thompson.
I'm here.
All right, who's here for, is it Jasmine Thompson who's here or is there someone else here?
I was the one that had that car at the time.
Okay, come on up for me, sir. All right, so Mr. Tipton, it looks like you probably have half on in the courtroom and half on video. So I can set up a video breakout room first, and then you can walk down to the courtroom or courtroom first and video. So however you want to do it. All right, so sir, Jasmine Thompson got the ticket, but you are?
I'm an uncle, but I had the car. The car is mine, but I haven't took it out of her name yet. So I don't know.
Your Honor, state's going to ask that the appeal be granted.
All right, the appeal will be granted. So Miss Jasmine's appeal is granted and she will not have to pay, sir.
Okay.
All right.
So would I have to pay?
I'm not sure what the solicitor's office is going to do with the ticket at this point, but as far as Miss Jasmine, I'm granting her appeal.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
You want to do that now?
All right, so Mr. Tipton, let me know what your preference is, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I'd prefer to start in the courtroom, but if I may have a moment, I was looking at some of these stills and I want to review a couple of these before I head down to the courtroom. I might dismiss a few of these.
So ladies and gentlemen, the next part of the process is that the state is going to speak with you about your case. If you all can come to an agreement, that's fine. If you cannot reach an agreement, I'm going to review the video and then I will make a decision on your appeal. Mr. Tipton is going to come down to the courtroom first and he's going to speak with those individuals who are in the courtroom, and then he'll make an announcement, and then he'll be put into a breakout room with the individuals who are on video, and then he'll make an announcement. Okay, so if you're on video, just mute your device. He's going to be with you as soon as possible, and then I'm going to ask that the courtroom mute so that when Mr. Tipton gets there, I'm not gonna overhear any of the negotiations. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. Yes,
Your Honor, two announcements.
Yes.
I'm going to ask the appeal be granted on Miss Ewing.
Okay, Miss Ewing, your appeal is granted. You are free to go at this time. We'll get, and if you want an order, you can just go ahead and chat your email address to Mr. Tipton, and we'll send you an order.
And
okay, I'm sorry, I got a question. What does it mean that it's appealed? That means it's got thrown out?
So, yeah, so your appeal, you're appealing the ticket. So when your appeal gets granted, it means that they're not going to go forward with the prosecution and you're going to be excused. You win your appeal.
Thank you so much. God bless y'all.
All right, so Ms. Ewing, the only thing I need is if you want a copy of the order that I'm going to file, you can send in your email address to Mr. Tipton by chat. The chat function, you all maybe should see a red box with a white number in it. Yeah, because Ms. Keys sent something to everyone. If you click on that red box with the white number, you'll see names in blue. Click on the name everyone. You'll see a pull down menu come down, or I'm sorry, you should see a pull down menu come down. When you see the name light up in blue, you see a little, you click on that name that lights up in blue, and then you'll see a list of names come down. You're looking for ASG Tipton, Tipton. ASG Tipton. Click on that and you'll be able to send him your email address. And so that's for everybody who would want a copy of the order. You can do that now if you're on video. If you're in the courtroom, he'll come down when he speaks to you and take that. Okay? All right, Mr. Tipton, did you have any more announcements before you head to the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. State's also going to ask that the court grant the appeal on Miss Desiree Keys.
All right, Ms. Keys, same thing. If you wish to get your this order by email, then you can go ahead and chat your email address to Mr. Tipton. I'm granting the appeal. And so once you know, if you want the copy of the order, you can go ahead and send your email address. But once you've done that, you'll be free to go. Okay. All right. Any other announcements, Mr. Tipton?
Oh, Your Honor. And since I only have one person left on Zoom, let me go ahead and get Zoom taken care of.
Okay, so I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. Al-Kazai and
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, so once you're going to be in a breakout room with Mr. Tipton, you're going to see an invitation to the breakout room pop up on your screen. Go ahead and click on that. To come out of the breakout room, you just activate your screen and you should see a box that says leave breakout room. So when you're getting ready to come back to the main room, you'll see that. I'm going to put you and Mr. Tipton in breakout room number 2, and you should see that pop up right about now. All right, ladies and gentlemen in the courtroom, once Mr. Tipton has had the opportunity to speak with this gentleman, then he'll come down and speak with you. If you have already had your appeal granted, then you can go ahead and send your email address by chat to Mr. Tipton. And once you've done that, then you'll be free to go. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, please be safe. Just a rule of thumb, if you see a bus slowing down, it is better to stop out of caution than to chance it or to think that you may be not one of those people who has to stop. So it's best to stop, you know, if you can anyway. It's just as soon as you see it slowing down and pulling to the side. All right, I'll be back once announcements start coming in.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Desiree. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Ms. Keys. Thank you. Be safe.
Your Honor, state has an announcement in the matter of Mr. Al-Kazai.
Yes.
State would request a reset for Mr. Al-Kazai to get his affidavit in. He stated that someone else was driving for him, but no one has filled out an affidavit and no one has shown up to state that he is that he was not the driver.
All right, Ms. Wright, can we get a reset for Mr. Al-Kazai?
I don't have a date, but we can get one for him.
Okay, so Mr. Al-Kazai, you'll get notice in the mail. This case will be reset on the next available civil red light calendar.
Okay, Your Honor.
Thank you. And go ahead and get that affidavit in for me.
Got it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Tipton, you're going to walk down to the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm all set. Good to go now.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pardon me, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Tipton? Mr. Tipton?
Your Honor, the state has announcements on the 2 remaining cases.
Yes.
Mr. Hashim has agreed to pay the fine. He would like to know what the maximum amount of time the court would be able to give him because he is on a fixed income. He's on Social Security.
I can give him 90 days. Mr. Hashim, I can give you 90 days to pay. Sir, just make sure that you don't forget the date by which you have to pay. And Mr. Tipton should have gotten your email address, and then he can email the order to you.
And I completely forgot. I'm going to run down and get his email after we wrap up with the calendar.
Okay, so just stay in the courtroom and wait for Mr. Tipton. He'll come get your email address. All right, then and next.
And Your Honor, Miss Gallimore would like to have a hearing.
All right, so I'll have a hearing for Miss Gallimore. Miss Gallimore, come on up to the podium. All right, 1 second. All right, Mr. Tipton, you have a video set up? I'm ready.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may share my screen.
You may. Hold on a second. All right, Miss Gallimore, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tipton, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. The state wants to bring the court's attention to this vehicle that is driving by. This is the vehicle that Miss Gallimore was driving on the day in question.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Miss Gallimore, the sign was out before your car approached the bus. It was not a divided median, so you did have the responsibility to stop. And there were no other cars going through. So tell me why you think I should find in your favor?
Your Honor, when I was coming up on the bus, the yellow lights were passing. By the time I got to the side of the bus, it did turn red. I did not know that because I'm used to the bus going over to the turning lane. I thought that I had time to pass by the bus. I ride this road every day, taking my children back and forth to school. So I did not intentionally, and I thought that the lights were turning yellow, and I had time to pass because once.
Okay, but even so, that's the point, Miss Gallimore. And I hate to say it, but as somebody whose children go to school, that's the point. When you see the lights turning yellow, that is to alert you children are going to be in the vicinity. This bus is stopping. So that's giving you time to stop right there. A yellow is not, I got time to pass the bus. A yellow is, hey, the stop sign is going to come out. I need to stop now.
And I understand that, ma'am. And if you can see, this is a hill. So I'm rolling down the hill. I'm slowing down because I see the yellow, but I thought that I had time to pass the yellow. Because if the bus stop is up a little bit more and I don't understand, oh, it disappeared. And okay, yeah. And I did not know that the bus was going to stop right there because if you can look over to the other side, the entrance to the subdivision is a little bit up. So I thought that.
If you're overthinking this. The bus driver controls where and when the bus stops. What they do is give you an indication that they're going to stop. When you start seeing yellow lights flashing, you know something's about to happen. That's caution. When you see the red thing come out, which in this video clip right here, it's out before your car even approaches the front of the bus. So I don't know how far or you were going downhill, all of that. But when you see a bus pull over, sometimes they pull over for maintenance. Sometimes they pull over to let the kids out. But when you see the yellow lights start flashing, that's when you should prepare to stop because the yellow lights are flashing. What you keep saying to me is not what I want to hear because you keep saying, well, I thought I had time to get by them because I saw the yellow lights. What I need to hear is I saw the yellow lights. So I stopped at that point, or I slowed and was preparing to stop at that point because I know the next thing is the red light is coming out.
And I meant, Your Honor, I just feel like it was, I'm not gonna say, I did not intentionally pass the red light. I thought that the bus was not stopping and that.
You treated it like a yellow light at an intersection. If I make it through, I'm still good. That's not how you do this. With a school bus, especially now that the fines and fees are $1,000, that's the point. The point that the legislature did, the reason they made the fines so high is because people kept saying, well, it's a yellow light. I just thought I had time.
And now I know, I didn't know that previously. Now I know.
Yes, ma'am. The yellow light is to warn you. That's what I look for. When I take my kids to school, if I see a bus with a yellow light, people can be mad at me as they want to. If you behind me, I'm stopping. I've had bus drivers put their arm out the window and wave me around, and I'm still scared to pass.
Now I know, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I'm going to, do you need more time to pay? I can give you up to 90 days. I did that for Mr. Hashim. I can do the same for you.
Ma'am, I honestly need more than 90 days, honestly.
I can't work more than 90 days, ma'am. You're gonna have to make it work.
I can't afford it. I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Ms. Gallimore, we are all living paycheck to paycheck. All of us.
Your Honor, may we put her on a status calendar in 90 days to see where she is with her payments?
That's fine. All right, try and make your payments, Ms. Gallimore. Mr. Tipton wants to put you on a status calendar on the next available civil red light crossing guard. But for me, the payments need to be made in 90 days. Okay?
I hear you, Your Honor.
All right. And honey, we are all living within the means that we have. I get it. But
A lot more than mine. I'm carrying the entire
you
family.
assume.
I guarantee you that.
You assume. All right then. So if you give Mr. Tipton is gonna come back to the courtroom, he'll get your email address and he's gonna make sure that you get a copy of the order with the date by which you should pay, or the 90 days, giving you the 90 days to pay, and go ahead and start making that happen, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The appeal is denied per the hearing. All right. Did you have anything else at this time, Mr. Tipton?
No, Your Honor, I do not. I believe that wraps up. I believe that wraps up this calendar.
All right. So, Mr. Tipton, I'm going to let you go down and get those email addresses. Deputy Castro, as soon as Mr. Tipton is finished, then you can shut down the courtroom. We're down for the day. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.